So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. So guys, I've got some breaking news for you. It's just been reported by Michael Benson 10 minutes ago and Mike Coppinger that the Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant fight is finally a done deal. This is brilliant news. This is great news. And the news that we've been waiting for a very, very long time. The deal's done. And finally we have a fight for the undisputed, and it looks like it's going to happen on Fox, which I always said that it was going to happen on Fox. There was no way that that fight was going to happen on any other platform, and it looked like there was no other fight for either guy. Caleb Plant, he gets an opportunity to become undisputed, gets his highest payday. Canelo Alvarez wants to create history, wants to be the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. So the fight just made a lot of sense on all parts, and it's a great. To be honest, it's a great fight. It's a great fight, and hopefully now there's no breakdown. I think the deal's agreed. Essentially, from what we're being told, the deal's essentially agreed, and that's it. We will have a fight in November. I was optimistic. I did tell you guys that there's a great chance this second time that the fight is going to get done. We didn't hear as much talk in the media, and the fight has been agreed. The deal has now been reached, which is the most important thing. So that means they've put pen to paper, and now we're probably going to hear about a venue, a date. Is probably going to come next. So, that's great news. It's breaking news. It's huge news in the world of boxing. We knew it was inevitable. We knew that Canelo was in negotiations with PBC and Al Heyman, and they were looking to get that deal done. It's been a long saga. It's been tough, to get this fight over the line, but we're finally here. We finally got this fight over the line, and it's a treat for the boxing fans. We get to see a legacy fight. We get to see a massive fight between Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant, and it's a fight that I think is gonna be great for the fans. I think it's a fight that it will deliver. It's a fight that I think that was overdue. And Canelo Alvarez, after beating Billy Joe Saunders, he made it clear that he wants the other belt. He wants to become undisputed. But also, let's not forget that this is a great opportunity for Caleb Plant. I think Caleb Plant's being overlooked. His ambitions are being overlooked. He believes he's going to become undisputed. He believes he's the man. He believes he's going to upset Canelo. So let's not overlook Caleb Plant in this situation, because Caleb Plant's coming to fight. Caleb Plant's not just coming over to give up his belt. Caleb Plant wants to win this fight also. So I think we should give Caleb the utmost respect. He's a champion, and he deserves respect. And a lot of you said that Caleb will do all he can to duck this fight, this, that, and the other. Well, no, Caleb Plant has signed the contract, and Canelo has signed the contract, and now we're gonna have a fight in November. This is great news, guys. This is great news. I'm chuffed. I'm happy. We had one fight in Spence Pacquiao fall through, and now we're hearing the news that this fight has been agreed. The deal has been reached. The deal has been agreed, and we can look forward to a fight in November, which is brilliant news. Brilliant news. Now there's going to be a lot of people saying, well, Caleb has no shot. He's going to get battered. He's going to get knocked out. But I'm just glad the fight's done. We'll get into breaking down of, of the fighters and what Caleb has to do, what Canelo has to do in the up and coming weeks. But I'm just glad that finally this fight has been done. I did say a long time ago that, as I said earlier, that this fight will happen on Fox. This isn't going to happen on any other platform, just because Al Heyman has, probably has Caleb Plant tied down. Canelo Alvarez is a free agent. Canelo Alvarez, the reason why he became a free agent, so he can work with any promoter, any network, to make it easy to make the fights. So for me, I think it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense that Canelo Alvarez would fight Caleb on Fox, and that's what it looks like it's going to be, because it says the event's going to be put on by the PBC. So great news all round. We get the fight that we wanted for a very long time. And yeah, Canelo gets a chance to become the undisputed super middleweight champion. He gets an opportunity to become the first Mexican fighter to become undisputed. It's great news. Great news. I'm chuffed. I'm happy. I'm happy for Canelo. I'm happy for Caleb Plant, who's going to get a great opportunity, who's going to get a great payday, who's going to get an opportunity to do something legendary. You know, he's going to get an opportunity to create history himself. Because if Caleb Plant was to beat Canelo, which obviously, as you guys know, I don't see him beating Canelo, but nevertheless, it's an opportunity for Caleb Plant to do something great in the sport of boxing as well. You know, at the end of the day, this won't be the biggest upset if Caleb Plant was to pull this off, by nowhere close. You know, there's been bigger upsets than this before. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. As you guys know, I've said my piece many times about this fight, and I'm glad that they finally got this fight over the line. It's great news. It's great for boxing that, you know, we're gonna have an undisputed fight, and it's always good that we get undisputed champions, because then we know who the best is in the division. We haven't got multiple champions. You know, I think the general consensus is that Canelo Alvarez is the best fighter in the super middleweight division. I don't think anyone's disputing that, but obviously this will put any doubt to rest if he was to beat Caleb Plant. And then obviously Canelo's future is definitely exciting. Who's he gonna, if now that this fight is signed, if he is to beat Caleb Plant, as he is going into the fight as a massive favorite, not to overlook or disrespect Caleb Plant, but Canelo is going into the fight as a favorite, and a massive favorite at that. And if he is to get the win, what's Canelo gonna do next? What's Canelo's next move gonna be? Is he gonna look to fight Andre, Charlos, those guys, bring those guys up to 168, or is he gonna go south and fight those big guys at 175? It's going to be very interesting. But one thing we can't doubt, and one thing we can't say about Canelo, he fights the best. I don't want to hear any more rubbish about Canelo Alvarez and him not looking to fight the best, him not this, that, and the other. Canelo Alvarez in December fought Callum Smith. Then Canelo Alvarez in February fought Yildirim. In May fought Billy Joe. And in November is fighting Caleb Plant. You name me another champion. You name me another fighter that is doing it like that. You name me another fighter that is fighting top competition back to back like that. There isn't. And that's why Canelo Alvarez needs to be respected. He's already a Hall of Famer, but now he's looking to push the boundaries. He's looking to push the limits and push the boundaries and look to become one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. Not just the greatest Mexican fighter. He may have already accomplished that, but the greatest fighter of all time. That's what Canelo Alvarez wants to achieve. And let's be honest, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. He is definitely, for me, one of the best fighters. He's the best fighter in the world right now. I think bar none. There's no one better than him. I think his dedication to the sport is second to none. And he's one. And like I said, I've always said it. He's one without doubt, already an all-time great. And there's very few fighters, right? There isn't anyone else that I can say, apart from Manny Pacquiao, of course, that's in the pound-for-pound list, that's an all-time great. Canelo Alvarez is an all-time great. And this is just going to further add to his legacy. And yeah, I can't wait for it. I can't wait till we see, you know, who comes out on top in this one. But it's great news. It's great news that Canelo will be fighting Caleb Plant. I'm excited for the fight. I'm excited for Canelo's future. And I'm excited for Caleb. I'm excited for the fact that I want to see how he gets on. Because when I first saw Caleb Plant, I was really impressed. I remember I saw him on the Pacquiao-Thurman undercard against Mike Lee. And I was very impressed with what I saw. But ever since then, I feel like his performances haven't been... they've gone kind of downhill a little bit. They haven't been as good as what, you know, I initially first saw. You know, his performance against Utakatsi was good. Then against Mike Lee, I felt he performed really well. But then against Caleb Truax, people weren't impressed. So now he's jumping up levels. He hasn't fought anybody on this kind of level throughout his whole career. So he's jumping massive levels. So it's going to be interesting to see how he copes with Canelo's strength, how he copes with Canelo's defense, how he copes with Canelo's punching power, how he just copes with Canelo's just ring intelligence, boxing IQ. Because like I said, most fighters are they will under the pressure. Will Caleb will under the pressure, or will Caleb be one of those guys that will use his great hand speed that he's got, his foot speed, to cause Canelo all types of trouble? We have seen fighters in the past with good foot speed and hand speed cause Canelo trouble, but Canelo is a complete fighter now. Canelo has got much better at that aspect. He has got much better at performing against fighters that have fast feet and fast hands. He's improved that side of his game. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting how he gets on with Caleb Plant in this fight. But the main thing is the great news that we finally got this fight over the line, and finally we're going to have an undisputed fight in the super middleweight division. And it looked like it was never going to happen. It looked like it never was going to happen, but it is going to happen. And there's going to be a fight going down in November for the undisputed strap. Who do you guys have? Who do you guys think will win this fight? Who do you think wins this fight? Do you think Canelo Alvarez will be too much? Do you think Caleb Plant can cause him some trouble? I want to know your opinions, guys. I want to know, firstly, I want to know your reaction to the fight being made. And then I want to know your thoughts, your predictions about this fight. Great news, exciting stuff. That Canelo Alvarez will be fighting Caleb Plant in November. The fight will most likely be going down on Fox pay-per-view, and a deal has been reached. So that means, from saying that the deal has been reached, the contracts have been signed. That means before they never reached a deal, and it kind of negotiations broke down, but now they've reached a deal. So now the deal has been reached and agreed. So that means the contracts have been signed most likely. And now it's just about confirming the location and the date. So great news, guys. I'm chuffed. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be excited. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts about, this fight, how you see it going. And guys, I will see you all. Make sure to smash that like button, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.